Eröffnung und den Abschluss führen. Und es freut mich ganz besonders, dass wir jetzt starten. Und zwar mit 48 Stunden. 48 Stunden von der Idee zum Prototypen. Die Innovation Days haben bereits vor einigen Jahren hier in Innsbruck, also ich befinde mich im Moment in Innsbruck, gestartet. Damals war es so, dass das Ganze im Rahmen von einem kleinen Universitätskurs gestartet hat. Das waren, glaube ich, rund 30 Personen. Und im Laufe der Jahre hat sich es weiterentwickelt. Ich war damals selber als Teilnehmerin mit dabei. Also ich kann mir vorstellen, das ein oder andere fragende Gesicht, das ich da jetzt so in den Videos sehe, ich kann mir gut vorstellen, woher das kommt. Aber eins kann ich sagen, am Ende der 48 Stunden hat man wirklich Neues dazugelernt, hat man andere kennengelernt und was mitnehmen können. Und so eben wie die InnoDays 2013 gestartet haben, in einer kleinen Gruppe, haben sie sich dann über die Jahre weiterentwickelt und finden mittlerweile rund um die Welt statt. Und ein paar Impressionen haben wir heute auch mitgenommen. Wie zum Beispiel in Schweden, San Francisco, Berlin, Hawaii oder natürlich jährlich auch in Innsbruck. Da sind wir von der Teilnehmerzahl ein bisschen gewachsen, wie man sieht. San Francisco, Wien, Berlin, Bregenz, darf auch woanders moderieren, nicht nur hier, das ist ganz toll. Und dieses Jahr, aufgrund der speziellen Situation, haben sie die InnoDays ganz, ganz schnell angepasst. Und zwar, sie sind jetzt digital geworden. Sie haben jetzt schon in Berkeley stattgefunden und in Wien. Und eigentlich, muss man sagen, wären wir jetzt in der Bäckerei hier in Innsbruck. Aber wir machen es dieses Jahr virtuell. Und ein herzliches Willkommen an alle, die heute mit dabei sind. Ob das Partner sind, ob das Sponsoren sind, ob das Teilnehmer sind, Mentoren. Vielen, vielen Dank, dass ihr alle da seid. Und ich freue mich jetzt auf spannende 48 Stunden gemeinsam mit euch. Wir haben in Summe über 100 Teilnehmer und Teilnehmerinnen hier mit an Bord, diese nächsten 48 Stunden. Wir haben über 40 Mentoren und Mentorinnen, die mit dabei sind. Und das Ganze zu einem Thema, dem Thema der Mobilität, basierend auf 3 Herausforderungen. Und all dies wäre natürlich nicht möglich, wenn man Partner und Unterstützer mit dabei hätte. Es sind zum Beispiel Universitäten und Hochschulen, die ihre Studierenden hier mit einbinden. Herzlich willkommen an alle, die da sind. Es wäre aber auch nicht möglich, ohne Partner die Fragestellungen und weiteren Support zur Verfügung stellen. Und deshalb darf ich jetzt zu Beginn das Wort übergeben an die Vizepräsidentin der Wirtschaftskammer Tirol, die Tirol-Abgeordnete zum Europäischen Parlament, Barbara Thaler.
Ja, vielen Dank, Lisa. Ein großes herzlich willkommen auch von meiner Seite zu den Innovation Days 2020, die momentan wie so vieles virtuell ablaufen. Herzlichen Glückwunsch auch dazu, dass ihr das so macht. Das ist nicht ganz so einfach, so ein Programm in die virtuelle Welt zu verlagern. Ja, also finde ich eine ganz eine gute Geschichte. Im Namen der Wirtschaftskammer Tirol freut es mich, dass wir dieses Programm gemeinsam machen können und dass wir dieses Programm auch so unterstützen können, dass es trotz der aktuellen Situation möglich ist, Lösungen genau für diese Zukunftsfragen zu finden. Ich bin heute in einer Doppelfunktion dabei, als Vizepräsidentin der Wirtschaftskammer und aber auch als Tiroler Abgeordnete zum Europäischen Parlament. Da darf ich nämlich auch Teil der Jury sein und die besten Ideen zur Lösung von ganz heiklen Verkehrsfragen auch auszeichnen. Das heißt, wir werden uns am Freitag auch wiedersehen. Das Thema Mobilität ist für mich ganz ein spezielles Thema, weil ich im Europäischen Parlament Mitglied im Verkehrsausschuss bin. Insofern begleitet mich dieses Thema eigentlich jeden Tag in meiner Arbeit. Und das Thema Mobilität war vor Corona eines der brennendsten Themen, auch fürs Bundesland Tirol. Und es wird es auch danach wieder sein. Es wird wieder der Tag kommen, an dem wir alle unter der Belastung des Verkehrs leiden werden, leider. Und das wird schneller als uns lieb ist wahrscheinlich wiederkommen. Und Und diese Mobilität, die wir vorher erlebt haben, relativ uneingeschränkt, die bringt uns natürlich auch viel Freiheit. Und ich glaube, das haben wir alle gemeinsam in den letzten Monaten gespürt, was der Unterschied ist. Sie bringt uns Freiheit und Wohlstand und auf der anderen Seite führt sie aber natürlich auch zu Belastungen, ja, für Mensch, Umwelt und natürlich auch für Infrastruktur. Und ich glaube, es ist kein Geheimnis, dass das Bundesland Tirol ja überdurchschnittlich vom internationalen Transit belastet war. Und da sind wir schon als Europäische Union im Gesamten gefordert, zum Beispiel ein echtes europäisches Schienennetz umzusetzen und den Verkehr, vor allem den internationalen Transit, auf die Schiene zu verlagern. Und dafür muss die Schiene aber auch wettbewerbsfähiger werden und leistbarer werden, verlässlicher und flexibler werden. Warum spreche ich jetzt so speziell die Schiene an? Vor allem deshalb, weil das in meiner Aufgabe als Mitglied im Verkehrsausschuss des Europäischen Parlaments mein Hauptfokus, mein Hauptthema ist. Und wir beschäftigen uns mit großen europäischen Verkehrsfragen logischerweise, aber auch mit kleinen. Und da möchte ich zwei Beispiele erzählen. Wir können heute auf der Straße von Rumänien bis nach Spanien eigentlich ohne große Probleme fahren. Und die Eisenbahn muss auf der Strecke zwischen Wien und Brüssel zum Beispiel kurz vor Belgien die Lok austauschen, weil die österreichische Lok in Belgien nicht fahren kann und nicht zugelassen ist. Und wir haben am Brenner zum Beispiel die Situation, dass der italienischsprachige Lokführer aussteigen muss, der deutschsprachige Lokführer aussteigen muss und der italienischsprachige Lokführer einsteigen muss. Und das, obwohl es im Flugverkehr zum Beispiel seit Jahren schon eine einheitliche Arbeitssprache gibt. Also an diesen Beispielen, glaube ich, sieht man, dass es viel zu tun gibt, was auch europäische Verkehrspolitik betrifft. Aber auch der Individualverkehr oder auch unser Ziel- und Quellverkehr, den müssen wir neu denken. Und genau da kommt ihr jetzt ins Spiel. Genau da kommen die Innovation Days ins Spiel. Unsere Verkehrswege sind, ich nenne das ganz gern das zentrale Nervensystem Europas und deshalb glaube ich, ist es auch ganz wichtig, dass wir aus Mobilität kein Problem machen in der täglichen Diskussion, sondern dass wir die Probleme lösen, die wir durch die Mobilität haben. Und deshalb freut es mich wirklich ganz besonders, dass sich die Innovation Days mit dem großen Spannungsfeld Mobilität und Wirtschaft, Mobilität und Tourismus und Mobilität und Lebensraum beschäftigt. Ich habe in den letzten Monaten ganz viele innovative Mobilitätskonzepte kennengelernt. Überall dort, wo es Handlungsbedarf gibt, entstehen wahnsinnig gute Ideen. Und ihr alle habt in den nächsten Tagen beziehungsweise in 48 Stunden die Chance, begleitet von Mentoren und Experten und von Praktikern, euren Ideen freien Lauf zu lassen. Und da ist mir ganz wichtig dazu zu sagen, und das gefällt mir so an den Innovation Days, es gibt keine Denkverbote. Und als Tiroler Wirtschaft liegt es natürlich an uns, das Heft selbst in die Hand zu nehmen, dass wir uns nicht vorschreiben lassen, wie wir Mobilität zu lösen haben oder wie wir Umweltschutz machen müssen, sondern dass wir eben selber zeigen, dass wir Umweltschutz können und dass wir den auch wirtschaftlich vertretbar machen können und mit Hausverstand umsetzen. Und deshalb möchte ich zum Abschluss einfach daran erinnern, eine gute Idee muss auch umgesetzt werden, sonst bleibt es eben nur eine Idee. Und ich bin schon sehr gespannt, was rauskommt nach diesen 48 Stunden. Und nichts würde mich mehr freuen, wenn wir eure Projekte für eine neue Mobilität aufgreifen und nicht nur hier in Tirol, sondern auch bis zur europäischen Ebene nach Brüssel politisch umsetzen. Und als Ansporn dafür haben wir uns überlegt, dass ich die Sieger der diesjährigen InnoDays dann nach Brüssel einladen möchte, zu mir ins Europäische Parlament, um vielleicht auch die Arbeit im Verkehrsausschuss kennenzulernen, um Europa hautnah auch zu erleben und dass wir eure Ideen auch in Brüssel, in der Europäischen Union bekannt machen. Und darauf freue ich mich sehr. Ich freue mich auch auf den Freitag und sage bis hierher mal vielen Dank und ich wünsche allen ganz viel Spaß und frohes Schaffen in den nächsten 48 Stunden.
Vielen herzlichen Dank, Barbara Dahler. Und ich darf das Wort gleich übergeben an den Geschäftsführer der Standortagentur Tirol und des Gründungszentrums Startup Tirol, Markus Hofer.
Danke, Lisa. Hallo an alle, besonders herzliches Willkommen an die Frau Abgeordnete Barbara Thaler. Schön, dass wir gemeinsam diese InnoDays eröffnen dürfen, weil das ist ja doch ein historischer Moment, wenn man etwas, was eigentlich geglaubt worden ist, dass es nur analog funktionieren kann, auch digital funktioniert. Bin gespannt, wie das sich auswirkt, weil wenn man die InnoDays von der analogen Seite her kennt, ist man dann, wenn man so ein bisschen zu späterer Stunde durch die Bäckerei gestreift ist, wie soll ich sagen, die abgekämpften Personen zu sehen, das weiß nicht, wie man das dann digital sehen wird, also bin ich schon gespannt. Mir freut es sehr, dass wir es in der Form machen können. Und vor allem, was mir freut, das hat die Barbara Thaler schon angeschnitten. Man könnte ja versucht sein, in Zeiten wie diesen hier ein Format zu haben, das man hernimmt für Thema Post-Corona. Wie kann man mit der Situation umgehen? Wie kann man das Ganze wiederbeleben? Die ganze Wirtschaft und so weiter. Aber ich glaube, da sind wir alle auch, versuchen wir alle Akteure am Standort und nicht nur in Österreich, sondern europaweit, wie man heute gesehen hat, von Seiten der Kommission, dran, da wieder eine möglichst guten, soll ich sagen, ich möchte das Wort neue Normalität nicht in den Mund nehmen, aber dass wir da wirklich wieder in eine Prä-Corona-Zeit, zumindest mittelfristig, wieder hineinkommen. Aber dass wir die InnoDays hernehmen, um ein brennendes Thema, das uns wirklich unter den Nägeln brennt, als Tirol, aber nicht nur als Tirol, sondern als Standort Österreich und Europa, das Thema Mobilität neu zu denken. Ich glaube, das ist eine gute Zeit, weil man einfach gesehen hat, sowohl jetzt in Zeiten wie diesen, wo man plötzlich sehr viel digital abgewickelt hat, also da sich schon Mobilitätsformen geändert haben und Verhalten, aber auch, dass man jetzt mal auch nachdenken kann und sich überlegen kann, was heißt das, was ist die Auswirkungen von, sagen wir mal, Mobilität werden wir brauchen und das ist auch wichtig, aber es gibt halt eine gute Form oder bessere Formen und schlechtere Formen. Wie kann man diese schlechteren Formen möglichst beseitigen, um dann nicht einen schlechten Beitrag zum Thema Klimawandel und so weiter zu leisten. Also das spielt ja alles ineinander hinein und deswegen sind wir auch als Digital Tirol Partner dabei. Digital Tirol ist eine Initiative, die gemeinsam mit der Wirtschaftskammer, der Fachgruppe UBIT, der Industriellen Vereinigung, dem Land Tirol unter der Koordination des Lebensraum Tirol durchgeführt wird, weil natürlich eine Digitalisierung ein wichtiger Knackpunkt oder ein Erfolgsfaktor sein wird, was das Thema Mobilitätsformen und Verhalten der Zukunft betrifft. Deswegen sind wir da auch quasi in zwei Rollen dabei. Denn ich bin überzeugt davon, wir können das Ganze nur schaffen, wenn wir gemeinsam neue Wege denken, neue Ideen haben, sodass wir da im Lebensraum Tirol wirklich nachhaltige Modelle schaffen können, wo wir vielleicht dann damit auch nicht nur jetzt innerhalb Tirols wirken können, sondern die Hoffnung ist auch, dass man da Modelle zeigen kann, die auch wegweisend sein können für nicht nur für den Lebensraum Tirol, sondern für den europäischen Lebensraum. Deswegen freue ich mich sehr dann auf Freitag. Ich darf auch ein Teil der Jury sein, weil wir auch als Standortagentur hier auch eine Challenge formulieren durften und bin dann schon gespannt, was da am Ende rauskommt. Alles Gute, hohes Durchhaltevermögen wünsche ich euch allen und viel Erfolg und bis Freitag.
Vielen herzlichen Dank. Wir haben die Jury jetzt zum Teil schon kennengelernt. Neben Barbara Thaler und Markus Hofer dürfen wir noch 3 weitere Jurymitglieder dann am Freitag begrüßen. Christoph Walser, Christiane Holzinger und Martin Dyer. Die InnoDays. Warum? Was steckt dahinter? Was ist der Grund? Und wie laufen sie genau ab? Da darf ich jetzt jemanden das Wort übergeben, der die InnoDays, so wie sie sind, initiiert hat und über die Jahre jetzt mitgetragen hat. Ich weiß aus sicherer Quelle, dass er normalerweise lieber auf Englisch präsentiert als auf Deutsch, weil er versucht, seinen Vorarlberger Dialekt ein bisschen zu verstecken. Den werden wir uns aber jetzt trotzdem anhören, denn wir haben gesagt, wir machen die Eröffnung und den Abschluss auf Deutsch. Und in den Teams bzw. bei den organisatorischen Updates können wir dann auf Englisch wechseln. Thomas Kohler. Du bist noch gemutet, falls du schon sprichst.
Ich merke es ja. Danke, danke Lisa. Ich glaube, jetzt seht ihr die Folien und hört mich. Super. Ja, vielen Dank an alle Partner, an alle Mentoren und vor allem an alle Teilnehmerinnen fürs Dabeisein. Wir freuen uns auf spannende 48 Stunden. Ich werde es kurz halten, also ich nehme auch nur 2 Minuten, wie die Teilnehmer dann später bei den Ideenpräsentationen zur Verfügung haben. Und ich möchte kurz euch die InnoDays pitchen. Und jede Idee sollte ein Problem lösen. Wir versuchen 2 Probleme zu lösen. Einmal das Problem, dass Studierende oft wenig Möglichkeiten haben, jetzt konkrete Fähigkeiten, wenn es um das Thema Innovation geht, aufzubauen. Also in einer Weise ist es jetzt wie Fahrradfahren, wenn man Innovation erlernen möchte. Und wir lernen jetzt Innovation nicht, indem wir Berichte lesen oder Professoren zuhören, mit Ausnahme von den Professoren in dem Raum. Also wir haben einige Uni-Partner dabei. Wir wollen wirklich versuchen, euch eine Möglichkeit zu bieten, konkret Erfahrung zu sammeln und wenn es nicht funktioniert, wieder aufzustehen, weiterzumachen, um dann innovativ zu sein, entweder in einem Startup oder in einer etablierten Organisation. Und Stichwort etablierte Organisation ist auch der zweite Problemaspekt, den wir versuchen zu lösen. Wenn es um Organisationen geht, dann ist es leider so, dass das Blickfeld für Neues, für Innovation oft eingeschränkt ist und Scheuklappen bei Rennpferden funktionieren gut, wenn man nur in eine Richtung gehen muss und wenn man das Gleiche immer wieder wiederholt und nur im Kreis rennen muss quasi. Aber für Mitarbeiter, die jetzt auch mal über den eigenen Tellerrand hinausschauen wollen, helfen solche Scheuklappen nicht. Diese Scheuklappen für Menschen entwickelt, haben zwar einen Designpreis gewonnen, aber wahrscheinlich keinen Innovationspreis, weil wir glauben, dass unsere Köpfe wie Fallschirme sein müssen. Sie funktionieren nur, wenn sie offen sind. Also wir versuchen jetzt in einem offenen Innovationsprozess einmal die etablierten Organisationen mit Studierenden, jungen Talenten zusammenzubringen. Und es geht im Prinzip um 3 Sachen, dass wir gemeinsam Lösungen entwickeln. Das Gemeinsame betrifft einmal die Teams. Also wir haben technische Teilnehmer, designorientierte Teilnehmer und betriebswirtschaftliche Teilnehmer. Und dann auch das Gemeinsame mit den Unternehmenspartnern und mit der Unterstützung von Experten. Also wir haben über 40 Mentoren aus verschiedenen Bereichen, die euch als Teams dann unterstützen werden.
Wie geht's da? Ja, gut, schon lange nicht mehr gesehen.
Oh, komm her.
Ja.
Was fit?
Ja. Oh, du riechst nach Sonnencreme.
Irgendjemand am Telefon
Hat sie schon den ganzen Tag herum.
Ja, jetzt geht's gleich wieder, oder? Ihr hört mich, oder?
Ja.
Okay, gut, danke. Also das erste ist das Gemeinsame. Das zweite, wie die Barbara Dahler schon vorher gesagt hat, Ideen an sich haben eigentlich noch keinen Wert. Man muss die Ideen realisieren, damit sie dann Wert schaffen. Also geht es vor allem darum, innerhalb von 48 Stunden jetzt von der ersten Idee zu einem Prototypen zu kommen, wo es dann heißt, Freitag beim Finale, dass wir die Lösungen sehen wollen, dass ihr versucht, die Lösung greifbar zu machen, um zu zeigen, wie könnte eure Idee funktionieren. Und das dritte, die Entwicklung von den Ideen gemeinsam. Wir versuchen, mehrere Schleifen zu drehen, Ideen umzusetzen, zu schauen, wie Kunden, wie Experten, wie Stakeholder darauf reagieren, um dann zu lernen und Anpassungen zu machen, um so zu einer Lösung zu kommen, die dann hoffentlich umsetzbar ist. Der Prozess wird wahrscheinlich nicht ganz einfach sein. Oft, wenn wir in Projekten arbeiten, starten wir mit viel Enthusiasmus und dann, wenn es Spannungen im Team gibt oder wir die Idee überarbeiten müssen und unser Unternehmenspartner oder Mentor uns verwirrt oder wir ihn verwirren, dann gibt es dann oft Schwierigkeiten. Also wir sollten bereit sein, das Auf und Ab dann durchzumachen, aber ich bin mir sicher, dass wir zum Ende dann einmal spannende Ideen sehen werden und auch für euch als Teilnehmer brauchbare Lernerfahrungen geschaffen haben und für unsere Partner hoffentlich inspirierende Ideen kreiert haben. Also gemeinsam Lösungen entwickeln. Wir haben 48 Stunden und freuen uns dann auf eure Vorstellungen der Lösungen, wenn es dann am Freitag bei der Prototype Expo darum geht, dass ihr uns zeigt, wie wir die Challenges im Bereich Wirtschaft, Tourismus und Lebensraum lösen können. Dann gebe ich zurück wieder an die Lisa.
Dankeschön. Waren fast 2 Minuten.
Zu viel, ha?
Fast. Ja, hat schon gepasst. Aber jetzt würde ich gerne, oder würden wir gerne kennenlernen, wer denn alle hinter den Bildschirmen sitzt. Ihr habt jetzt ein bisschen was von uns gehört und jetzt würden wir gerne ein bisschen was von euch hören. Das heißt, es gibt jetzt dann gleich ein paar Fragen, um ein bisschen rauszufinden, wer sitzen denn alle hinter den Bildschirmen. Die erste Frage wird eine Frage sein, wo wir um eine Antwort bitten, die ihr bitte in den Chat schreibt. Da, wo ihr Kamera, Ton einschalten könnt, in der Leiste gibt es den Chat. Die erste Frage ist der Chat. Die anderen Fragen sind dann über ein Pop-up, wo es Fragen zum Beantworten gibt. Gut. Und die erste Frage ist dann gleich, wo seid ihr denn im Moment? In welcher Stadt oder in welchem Land? Bitte einmal eintippen in den Chat. Wow, das geht schnell. Sehr cool. Okay, Innsbruck, Pitztal, München, was lese ich noch alles? San Francisco, Südtirol, Frankfurt, Kufstein, Schönberg, Radfeld, Innsbruck, St. Pölten, Feldkirch, Wien, Ludenz, das war jetzt so schnell, ich habe die ersten gar nicht gesehen. Degernsee war noch dabei, Elmau, Ingolstadt, wenigstens verstehen uns die meisten mit dem Deutsch. Das schaut schon mal ganz gut aus. Salzburg, Graz, Kärnten, sehr cool. Oder die Englischsprachigen haben meine Frage nicht verstanden. English-speaking people, where are sitting, in which city or country? Just type it in the chat, please. Oh, you're coming. California. Sehr cool. Vielen, vielen Dank. Jetzt haben wir ein bisschen gesehen, wo ihr alle seid. Und wir würden gleich mit der nächsten Frage sein. Und zwar jetzt nicht nur, wo ihr seid ortstechnisch, sondern wo ihr aktuell sitzt. Seid ihr im Büro? Seid ihr in einem Coworking Space? Seid ihr zu Hause? Seid ihr im Freien? Wenn ihr zu Hause seid, wo genau? Oder irgendwo anders? Bitte ankreuzen. Gut, dann würde ich gleich die nächste Frage vorlesen. Wir machen nämlich jetzt alle Fragen durch und dann zum Schluss schauen wir uns die Ergebnisse an. Und was motiviert dich, also ich schon gelesen, perfekt. Was motiviert dich, bei den InnoDays mit dabei zu sein? Das kann sein, von Leute kennenlernen bis ECTS liegen, haben wir so einiges. Ihr könnt aber auch mehr Sachen anklicken, also da bitte gerne beantworten. Wie reist ihr gerne? Wie seid ihr gerne unterwegs, ist die nächste Frage. Seid ihr Mentor-Teilnehmer, Besucherpartner? Gut, wir sind derzeit bei 70%, die beantwortet haben. Ich würde sagen, wir warten noch kurz. Kannst du noch kurz die restlichen Ergebnisse anschauen, bevor wir die restlichen Umfragen ausfüllen, bevor wir dann ins Ergebnis gehen. Jetzt sind wir bei 86%, das zählt noch ein bisschen. Schaffen wir 90? Ich glaube schon. 88%. Okay. Gerundet 90. Ich würde sagen, wir schauen uns die Ergebnisse an, beziehungsweise ihr seht sie schon. Okay, im Schlafzimmer, fein. Heute geht es aber noch nicht zum Schlafen, heute sind wir schon ein bisschen wach, aber gemütlich, passt. Was ist die nächste Antwort? Was ist die Motivation, teilzunehmen? Da bin ich froh, dass nicht nur die LCDs stehen, sondern auch neue Erfahrungen zu machen. Das ist sehr cool. Wie seid ihr am liebsten unterwegs? Mit dem Rad, idealst, und Großteil Teilnehmer. Das habe ich mir fast gedacht, bei über 120 Teilnehmern. Wir wollten es uns trotzdem einmal anschauen. Gut, das war mal so ein erster Weg, um uns ein wenig kennenzulernen. Ihr könnt es auch noch durchklicken, ihr seht die Resultate auf euren Screens, jetzt noch, die werden wir jetzt dann gleich wieder rausgeben. Danke. Ich werde jetzt gleich wieder meinen Bildschirm teilen, denn wir gehen jetzt mit dem nächsten Programmpunkt heute weiter. Also vielen Dank mal für die Einblicke. Wir werden dann aber in nächster Zeit noch mehr Möglichkeiten haben, uns besser kennenzulernen. So, einen Moment. Ihr solltet meinen Screen wieder sehen. Ja, perfekt. Gut. Und jetzt wollen wir noch mehr von euch hören. Denn jetzt geht es wirklich in die Challenges. Was ist nämlich der Plan des heutigen Abends noch? Wir werden jetzt zuerst die Ideenpräsentationen von euch hören. Wir haben 21 Teams mit dabei und werden uns anschauen, welche Ideen in den 3 Herausforderungen, die wir haben, ihr denn habt. Und danach, wenn wir damit durch sind, gibt es aber organisatorische Informationen von uns und dann geht es schon ins Tun. Ich werde dann später gleich die Reihenfolge sagen, in der präsentiert wird. Ihr habt es davor schon getestet, also so gehen wir jetzt durch. 2 Minuten pro Präsentation haben wir Zeit. Wir haben 3 Herausforderungen, die darf ich noch mal ganz kurz erwähnen, wobei ihr wisst die schon. Es geht um Mobilität und Wirtschaft, also wie kann der Lieferverkehr, wie können Lieferströme verbessert werden. Wir haben Mobilität und Tourismus, also wie können An- und Abreiseoptionen verbessert werden. Und wir haben Mobilität und den Lebensraum, wie können multimodale Knoten gestaltet werden. Und jetzt seid ihr an der Reihe. Wir machen schnell meine Liste auf und dann würde ich euch nämlich nacheinander aufrufen, in den 2 Minuten präsentieren. Also ich werde gleich meinen Screen rausgeben, dann könnt ihr nämlich euren Screen teilen und in den 2 Minuten präsentieren. Die Reihenfolge ist von den Herausforderungen, so wie ich sie jetzt genannt habe, und so gehen wir die Teams einzeln durch. So, jetzt stoppe ich meine Präsentation und wir starten direkt mit dem ersten Team, Ordermate.
Good afternoon. I'm very glad you are all here today and that I can present you our idea. Can you imagine? You are walking through your city and pass your post station and there are no people waiting in line to pick up or drop off their parcel. You also want less traffic in your city and lower CO2 emissions for our environment. You want to save money and reduce package waste. We have the answer for this. Ordermate, the new shipping option. You wonder how that works? Simply click Automate on the delivery option while ordering from your preferred online store. You share your package with people on your street, save on shipping costs, get to know your neighbor, and only need 1 package instead of 3. Automate. Okay, this was my pitch.
Vielen Dank, thank you very much. Perfekt in der Zeit. Und wir gehen gleich zur nächsten Präsentation, AP Smart.
Everybody should hear me now. So yeah, so we are AB Smart, Basically, we thought about having a channel manager system for logistics. So the initial idea was having logistics centers at the entrance of each valley and manage goods more efficiently and use low pollution traffics for delivery. However, we faced major issues because major investments would be needed, and it would be quite hard to scale for different valleys. So as a team, we came up with a different solution now, which is basically involving a digital solution platform inspired by the channel manager system. We think this will be way easier to scale. It would also lower initial investments required. We would open this platform to B2B and B2C customers and try to add incentives for suppliers to use and improve the environmental impact with their trucks. How is this tackling the challenge? So basically, we are looking to reduce the traffic. We are trying to provide incentives for the logistic companies to care about the environment, and also quite importantly for us, we wanted that the solution can easily be implemented and scaled in the future. And that was our pitch.
Thank you very much. Vielen Dank. Und wir gehen weiter mit Transport Bubbles. Alina Nagel.
Yes. Voila.
Looks good.
All right. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. So, it should work fine now, does it?
Yes.
Great. So hello everyone, my name is Alina and I'm representing team number 3, which consists of Lisa, Nina and myself. Our idea is transporting goods using bubbles. We want to focus on sustainable wrapping rather than plastic. So let's have a closer look at the bubble itself. Every bubble can be identified with a unique QR code, which gives information about the product, storage conditions, the ID, start, destination, and date. To avoid mix-ups, every bubble is provided with an ID, as I've already explained. There is no quality loss since the bubble's temperature is always perfectly adjusted to the product's needs. So bubbles going the same direction can be transported with one truck, applying the last in, first out principle. Having the same purchaser, they even blend together. But how does that work? As already mentioned before, the implemented QR code gives information about the place of delivery. When the bubbles move into the truck, they blend together if the destination is the same. So when the truck's capacity is full, it autonomously drives to the destination, as already explained. So when bubbles arrive, they fly to the end purchaser, as you can see in this picture. We know that our idea is kind of revolutionary and may not be that easy to realize. But we believe that the key to a better future lies in out-of-the-box thinking. So thank you for your attention.
Vielen Dank. Wir machen gleich weiter mit Team 4, Incentive-Based Smart Traffic, Armin Gruber.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Nice. So my name is Max. I represent Team 4. Our idea is the incentive-based smart traffic. So we thought about the issue, and we thought that the main problem is not that there are too much traffic, it's the distribution of traffic, because on some times of the day you see very empty streets. So our thinking was, how can we distribute the traffic? So the main idea is to create an incentive for drivers to get a better distribution on the streets. For example, if you you are a driver and you look on our application before you drive to a destination, and when there are a lot of vehicles on the streets, it would suggest you to wait another hour, and then you would get, for example, a bonus. The incentive or the bonuses depends on the partners on the platform. So we plan to make a platform for two types of users. The first group would be the drivers. They get incentives for not driving in times when there are a full street. And the other groups, the second group, are the companies who generate the incentives like bonuses or vouchers to get the customers who are the drivers from the streets to their stores. This could also be a very dynamic system. For example, when a truck driver is on his way and he looks on the application and the application knows that in 200 kilometers, there would be a traffic jam, it would suggest the driver to drive off the street to the next gas station, for example. And when the gas station is part of this application and is part of the second group, then it would give the driver a voucher or a coupon for a free coffee, for example. That's our main idea.
Thank you very much. Vielen Dank. Team Nummer 5, Drug Sharing, Ricardo Holzer.
I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I have a question for you. Do you have a small company and the delivery of your goods, no matter if the goods are delivered to you or you deliver them to your customer, it is extremely expensive, right? Do you also have not enough money to buy your own truck? And additionally to that, we have to deal with the Corona crisis, which is also very stressful for our companies. So we have the solution for you, truck sharing. Basically, it's very simple. You can share the loading area of a truck with other companies. Let me give you an example. I have a company in Innsbruck and order something in Vienna. Another company from Innsbruck orders something in Linz. Because there's free loading area from my delivery, the truck can also pick up the other goods in Linz. The advantages are less costs, less emissions, and less traffic jam. Other important things in these times are that the economy gets a boost and that the companies have more money on their bank. We would make this possible with cheaper deliveries. Thank you.
Vielen Dank. Thank you very much. Und vielen Dank. Du hast gleich die nächste Kategorie angekündigt. Wir gehen nämlich jetzt weiter mit Mobilität und Tourismus. Und mit dem Team Be In, Julian Biedermann. Julian, wir hören dich nicht, oder willst du nur das Video zeigen?
Hi, I'm Johannes and part of PN, and we identified the problem as easy as it is that if we are traveling and you can already see it, you often have no clue which means of transportation are available at the destination. And so what we want to do in this case is so that you know basically when you come, and in the first step simply develop a platform, a website where you can see which means of transportation are available, which means of transportation help you with the luggage, which not. And this is only the first step in our opinion. It should be then even brought to the next level by generating or developing a platform, a single access platform to all the means of transportation in the city, so that you can not only in the city, but in the whole area, that you basically can leave your car at home and come and use the public transportation and means of travel to get around at the destination. And yeah, our team is Be In, and thank you for the attention.
Thank you very much for the presentation. Wir gehen zum nächsten Team, Overhead Railway, Julia Zoller.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay, so can you see it?
Yeah.
Does it work? Okay, so hello. We as a team would like to find a solution for the tourism and mobility issue in Tyrol. And so everybody of us loves to traveling, exploring new countries, or just relaxing. But also everybody of us hates to be stuck in traffic jam for hours. And so we have the perfect solution for it, an overhead railway. You're asking yourself how it works. I will tell you. So the guests arrive with the car at the car park and park it in the multi-story car park at the motorway exit. After that, all they have to do is to take the luggage and get into the overhead railway and travel through the wonderful landscape of Tyrol to arrive at the holiday destination and to take the shuttle bus to their hotel. Also, during their stay, the overhead railway is always available, so they can travel to different places or other towns or villages. And an additional benefit is that it's not that our guests not just can start and spend their holiday without any stress and spending hours in the traffic jam. They can, we can also protect our environment, and that's very important for us. So thank you for your attention.
Vielen Dank für die Präsentation. Wir machen gleich weiter mit dem nächsten Team, Alpenticket, Sebastian Konrad.
Ja.
Schon bereit? Perfekt.
So, können Sie es sehen?
Es lädt? Ja, ist da.
Perfekt. Entschuldigung, nochmal bitte.
Ich glaube, es war keine Absicht.
Okay.
Also kannst loslegen.
Perfect. Hello, my name is Sebastian. I'm the leader of Team 3. We thought about how to tackle the traffic situation in Tyrol right now and discovered that a lot of tourists are not using the Autobahn, but instead the normal roads to avoid costs. This leads to traffic in the surrounding villages. So our idea was the Alpenticket, which combines mountain and skiing tickets with the vignette, so that tourists will use the Autobahn more often. We already thought about this idea before this event, but the goal is to use the additional income for investing in new transport possibilities between the villages, especially the ones without a direct connection to the Autobahn. This includes new train stations, maybe subways, or in general, the increase in transport possibilities between hotspots. Yes, this was our idea. Thank you.
Vielen Dank. Perfekt. Und wir gehen weiter zu die Win-Win-App. Sarah Könitzer.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
So hello also from our team. So let's see what our idea is about. So the IMOG die Tirol app is based on providing incentives to tourists to change their behavior and take public transport and act more sustainably. And our USP is that we have an app that combines different platforms and functions in one, and to reward the tourists with benefits when they act sustainably. Our first users will be young, environmentally conscious and flexible persons. And to adapt or implement our idea, we need a huge partner network. And not only the users, but also the partners and the whole ecosystem will benefit. And we aim to finance these benefits by the local tax. So thank you very much for your attention, and yeah, nice evening.
Thank you. Und das nächste Team, Barking, Katharina Brauen.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Perfect.
No, we don't see it yet.
Now.
Now?
Okay. Hello everyone. My name is Katharina Braul, and I'm pitching my idea for the Mobility and Tourism Challenge. So the multi-channel concept consists of an app and a large capacity. The Tile navigation app serves the purpose of navigating the traveler through the Tile to the desired destination, displaying the current traffic situation and suggesting the ideal time slot to travel. The precise data of the app is possible through installed sensors next to the street, measuring the traffic volume, and the suggested routes aim to regulate the traffic volume by spreading the traffic evenly. All collected data is used for long-term analysis on which the suggested optimal travel times are based on. Once arrived at the desired destination, each ski area will provide a large capacity car park. Every traveler that arrives by car is obliged to park their car at this parking area for the duration of the entire stay. Once the car is parked, travelers are transported to the ski destination by e-bus or by a special cable car. This cable car is a suitable solution for mountain destinations or larger ski areas. Consumers choose the desired exit destination by pressing a button, and the gondola is maneuvered away from the main lane into the selected station. In the gondola is moved to the sensors connected to the app and detect the pre-registered license plate in order to grant a time span for such procedure. The combination of innovative technology and the already existing concept of the car park results in a better situation, less tourism traffic throughout the week, and less CO2 emissions. Furthermore, Tyrol has the ability to improve and adapt the existing concept. The infrastructure and resources for the cable car and the sensors are already given. Thank you for your attention.
Vielen herzlichen Dank. Wir machen weiter mit der nächsten Präsentation. Exploresy, Robert Reisse.
Hi everyone, can you see my screen?
Yes, it's not in presentation mode yet, but we see a screen.
That's good. Okay.
Oh, it's perfect.
Work. Yeah.
Have fun.
Hi, I'm Robert. I'm speaking for the team Exploresy. Our idea was to have an app which shows the tourist or the user where and when to go next for their next holidays. Well, the basic idea is to have an internet-based platform. Or let's start with an example. For example, you want to go to Vienna the next weekend and you go there by car, and while the arrival you get stuck in traffic jam and you go to Vienna and there's so much going on, way too many people are there, and you ask yourself, should I have gone like a couple of days later, or should I have considered to go to Innsbruck, for example? And this is where our app gets started. We think about having an internet-based platform which works with booking platforms and destinations, holiday destinations. we would use the data like bookings that are already done or tourist expectations from previous years, and then calculate how many people are expected to be in a city or at a location at a certain time. And we think this could help cities to have a better distribution throughout the year. And people could also think about avoiding cities at certain times and spending time in locations that are rather untouched by tourism.
Cool.
And I think it has, we think it has a positive impact on all parties, because booking platforms get money because they are connected with our app, and we get money from this. And the holiday destinations also have a rather better distribution and can have less traffic in the inner city, and the traffic jams during the arrival gets reduced as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Next team, nächstes Team. Team Nummer 8, Tirol für die und mich, Anna Gaudenzi.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we see something. Not in presentation mode yet, but we see a screen.
Is it working now?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, great. So hello and welcome to our pitch of Tirol für die und me. My name is Anna Gaudenzi, and in the name of my team, I'm going to present our idea to you. Here you can see a normal Saturday in Tirol during the winter season. Congested streets and traffic jams are normality, and this is basically what we want to change. So what is our idea and what is Tirol für die und me? It is a concept to illustrate and guide arrival and departure streams of guests. To put it in a nutshell, accommodation facilities have to state to the local tourism board when their guests arrive and leave the touristic region and where they are arriving from. So basically their home country and district, no names or such needed. Now you may ask yourself how this will work. We would implement a new feature in the already existing application, which is used by accommodation facilities for registration of overnight guests, like hotel softwares, as example, Casablanca. Furthermore, there should be a mobile application for the overnight guests so they are able to check statuses, use benefits, and so on while they're on the road. To avoid excessive traffic, we suggest the following measures to the users. Usage of alternative routes and departure times, alternative means of transportation, like using public transportation instead of going there by car, or an extension of their stay, and they would get a price reduction for the additional night they would arrive earlier, for example. So this works via incentives for the participation in general, with vouchers and discounts for regional touristic attractions and so on. Let's have a look at some benefits. So basically the benefits for the tourists would be they have a more convenient and stressless travel. They get to use incentives, discounts, and vouchers for their accommodation facilities. They have additional sales for extension nights. They also need less parking spaces. The benefits for Tirol is a reduction of traffic jams and overloaded streets. Tourists don't hinder the mobility of locals and transit anymore. And benefits for the region is additional sales of leisure providers or for leisure providers, and also overall more satisfaction with the region in general. So as you can hopefully see now, Tirol für die und me is a platform which benefits all parties involved, because in the end, we are all connected by passion. Passion for the mountains, passion for skiing, and passion for Tirol. Yes, thank you.
Vielen Dank. Kriegt man wieder Lust auf Schnee fast. Wir gehen zum letzten Team in dieser Challenge, Team Sharing Mobility, Alessio Pala. Die nächsten 2 Minuten gehören euch.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. I'm Alessio and I'm speaking for the team of Sharing Mobility. Just waiting for my screen to load. Okay, I guess you can see it now.
Yes.
So as we already heard in the video in the beginning, the question is, why are so many people arriving by car on Saturdays and therefore creating traffic? And we figured out that there are 3 main issues. First of all, the hotel policy is that the bed changes on Saturday, and this is only hard to change. So most of the tourists will arrive and leave on Saturday. Also, we think it's hard that without your own car, you're mobile in Tyrol, especially if you go to very remote areas or ski areas. It's hardly to get there by public transport, for example. And also we figured out that there is a good connection from Germany, for example, by bus or train, but it's only hardly communicated. So most people still think it's very hard to come to Austria by bus or train, so they just use their own car. And the question now is, how can that be changed? And we think you have to take people's fear away of not being mobile in Tyrol. And how can you do that? Well, the wheel has not to be reinvented, as there are pretty good solutions already all over the world, and you just have to implement them properly. So we think you should offer car sharing spots, especially along valley roads. I took the example of the Zillertal, the B169 Street, and important tourist hubs such as Jenbach and Innsbruck. So for example, tourists could arrive by train and then could be transported with a shuttle to their hotel. And if they want to move around, they just use car sharing systems. Also, there should be an incentive to encourage tourists to arrive by train or by bus. And lastly, maybe there could be packages. For example, if you arrive by train and you book a certain packages, you can use a flat rate for car sharing, for example. Also, you can involve hotels here. And here is the example with Zillertal, for example. If you can see, the red line is the B169, which is a street with a lot of traffic, especially on Saturdays. And we see Jenbach on the top. And this is basically where all the cars leave the street. So there's huge traffic jams on Saturday. And if you would strategically position car sharing hubs around Meierhofen, Fügen, for example, you could facilitate the traffic here. And an alternative for that would be in summer, for example, where people also would use bikes. You would make available e-bikes. So hotels offer e-bikes for tourists, so they can do day trips or leave the hotel with an e-bike and don't arrive by a car. Yes, thank you. Oh.
Thank you very much. Vielen Dank. Und wir gehen zur dritten Fragestellung, zur dritten Challenge, Mobilität und Lebensraum. Und zum Team LCS Mobility mit Stephanie Spieß.
Hello.
Hello, hi.
Can you see my screen?
It's loading.
Okay.
Maybe we wait one more second. Now, perfect. Your 2 minutes can start now.
Hello to everyone. I'm really proud to be here as the leader of LCS Mobility, consisting of Linda Brunnach, Katharina Reinelt, Chiara Baumann, Lisa Erhardt, and me, Stephanie Spieß. So together we invented an electric mobility solution which could shape your future day-to-day life much easier. When we came up with our idea, we first took a look at other similar concepts, and soon we realized that most of the vehicles are related to at least one negative aspect. And we from LCS Mobility believe that our concept will create an effective way to alleviate all these issues. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce the ECD card, the eco-friendly transport solution for each and everyone. So how does our concept work? The ECD card is an electronically driven golf cart charged by solar energy. It can be borrowed by an access key at every pickup station in the city. The access key can be received in the app or by calling the service hotline. The payment is made by credit card or by PayPal and will be billed according to the time used. As I already mentioned before, the battery will be recharged by solar energy, and this makes our card a really eco-friendly alternative to other means of transport. So shortly summarize, the E-city car is the perfect solution for everyone who wants to move forward while saving the environment, who wants to save time when moving from A to B, but also for everyone who is tired of hauling heavy shopping bags to get home. Thank you.
Thank you. Vielen Dank. Team 2. Bin gespannt, was sich hinter diesem Titel verbirgt. Foldable Cars. Mario Filipovic.
All right, I just guess everybody's hearing me right now.
Yes.
Perfect. So, foldable cars. Honestly, I have no clue why or how I'm actually a group leader of ours, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, as you already said, foldable cars, and you might straight away object, what? Which is perfectly reasonable, but let me explain. So basically, I think everybody of us knows this situation where just are not getting any parking space anywhere anymore. So we were thinking, is there a solution to this? And turns out it actually is, or in some places it exists. It depends just how you look on the problem. So if you're talking about space, what if we utilize the space more efficiently, or maybe even all the way up, like in this example from Japan, as far as I know. Just to get a little bit more into our thinking process, which is indeed quite creative. We were thinking, how could we utilize more space? So, and without actually creating more space, which is physically not possible, we were thinking, how could we design cars that are more efficient in space or in using space? And then we had an idea, or we came across an idea, something actually quite new, also not quite new, but this popped into my mind as I once saw it on TV, I guess, that there is just, for example, in New York or in Japan, just totally no living space anymore. And that's why people came up with foldable furniture. And this is where essentially our idea comes from, to design foldable cars so we can make use of parking space more efficiently. And to be honest, we don't know yet how we're going to develop a prototype within 48 hours, but we'll see.
We are curious too. Thank you very much. Vielen Dank. Team Nummer 3, Local Transportation, Giacomo Foglio. I'm sorry, I'm not sure how
It's Giacomo Folighe, no problem.
Can you help me? How's it pronounced?
Giacomo Folighe.
Folighe, okay.
So can everybody see my screen?
It's loading. Now it's here. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I'm Giacomo Folighe and I'm the team leader of Hover Buddies. What is one of the most annoying things in the morning? Maybe spilling coffee on your fresh clothes or forgetting to set your alarm clock correctly the evening before. But these things are mostly your own fault and happen to you when you're not concentrated or stressed. But one of the worst problems in the morning is going to work by car and being stuck in a traffic jam. You did not do anything wrong, it is not your fault, but you are still late to work and your boss is going to blame you for it. That's why we, the Hover Buddies, we want to prevent these things. We thought about hover technology in the future to solve traffic problems and prevent them. But we're not able to build these hover carts or hoverboards right now, especially because we have no idea actually how to build such a thing, and we do not have the equipment and materials to do so at home. But what we can do is helping to prevent traffic jams and making everything more eco-friendly than it is right now. We want to build streets and paths for bikers and other vehicles like scooters and such things as hoverboards and hovercarts, so people think about not taking the car to go to work or anywhere else. So on the one hand, people will not be stuck in traffic jams and will be not late to work anymore. On the other hand, it will be much better for the environment, which is a very important topic for the future. Thank you very much.
Vielen Dank. Ihr macht es mit der Zeit sehr gut, muss ich mal zwischendurch sagen, also vorbildlich. Team Nummer 5, Space Invaders. Krikaros Miskakis.
Sorry, but I think it's team 4.
Oh,
first.
Sorry. I missed one team.
Yes, I think so.
Thank you.
Okay, so team 4, we are ePark. Can everyone hear me?
Sorry.
Great, no worries, no worries. So our concept is based around the idea of a parklet. A parklet converts a parking space into a living space. This is a movement which began in San Francisco about 10 years ago. And now, at least in the San Francisco Bay Area, you can find small urban parks throughout the Bay Area. So let's take a closer look at one of these. You can see this one is pretty simple. It's just a place to sit. The important thing is where parklets are located. Typically, they're located next to restaurants and shops, which make them really convenient places to eat and hang out. In a previous InnoDays challenge earlier this year, we had the opportunity to create ePark, the idea of a charging hub or a charging parklet. So here in our latest render, we show e-scooters or electric wheelchairs or even personal devices like your phones can all be charged at this parklet. For electric vehicles, we have some interesting ideas. Not only could you charge your electric vehicle at or nearby an ePark, but imagine that the electric vehicle can also provide power to the ePark itself. So maybe there's battery storage on site at this ePark, so the power can flow in both directions. Since that challenge, we've continued working on the idea, and the very latest idea is a mobile ePark. So imagine this small park, which you can now move from place to place as commuter needs change. So here you see it's completely being raised up on wheels. You can just take it around and place it down. In our most recent thinking, actually, we think it's more realistic that you would just use a forklift to just lay this small park directly flat on the ground. For this challenge, we're really excited to evolve the idea of ePark into something that really works for the local environment. So whether that's weather condition-wise or the very different needs of the local residents, and of course, the park and ride system, which we understand is quite extensive and in place. So we're interested to see how ePark might augment or help the park and ride system. So we look forward to working on this idea with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We would have missed something if we skipped your idea. Thank you very much for sharing. Ich versuche es nochmal. I'll try it again. Team number 5, Space Invaders. Krikaros Miskakis.
Perfect. I hope you can hear me and see my slides.
Yes. Looks good. Yeah, perfect.
So we are the Space Invaders, and well, we see Innsbruck's future as the hub city. Like every other agglomeration, also Innsbruck shows an infrastructure that is designed only for cars, which means that users of sustainable transport lose out. And this is why I want to introduce to you Joanna. She's one of 48,000 people commuting to Innsbruck. And well, the daily traffic jams and the missing parking spaces in the inner city drive her crazy. And well, our idea is to centralize the park and ride offers that are there right now and combine them into a kind of intelligent hub structure. We suggest installing 2 outer hubs, which are red here, in the east and west to intercept commuter traffic. Cheap parking spaces, the bypassing of traffic jams, and a good connection via bus or train to the city hubs would function as an incentive. Also, we want the outer hubs to constitute as collection points for ride-sharing offers to the city. The city hubs, which are purple, would, unfortunately, I'm sorry, my screen just hanged on. So let's continue. So the city hubs would be contact points for all sustainable means of transport and would also offer parking opportunities for registered car and ride-sharing vehicles. Let's now come back to our protagonist, Joanna. She's now able to come to work by car or could easily pick up people in the outer hub to ride with her to her working place. Or she could simply park at the outer hub and profit from the extended transportation system, or even better, come by train and exploit the new main station structure. As an additional incentive, we thought of an app that combines the access to all transportation offers and also provides real-time and travel information and the possibility to book every travel offer via a mobile device. Thank you very much.
Vielen herzlichen Dank. Wir haben noch 3 Präsentationen Und gehen weiter zu Green Movers, Melanie Reiner.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Can you see
Hello.
my screen?
Yes, it's not in full screen mode, but we see a screen.
Okay, I'm glad to present you our idea, which consists of one vehicle provider, an app, and fixed contact points. Sometimes when you are in one city and want to rent a car or an e-roller and an e-bike, and you have to rely on multiple providers and download several apps, you can be very much pissed. Therefore, we try to find a solution where you can get everything by building green stations. We looked at the main multi-transportation nodes in Innsbruck, namely the train station and the airport, and would like to build their green stations, which are operate under an all-in-one system, and where you can go and rent e-bikes, e-cars, e-scooters, and have the according fuel stations. This should not only be flexible and sustainable, but also affordable and provide people fast options and time-efficient management. Everything will work with an app where you can register and then get a barcode scanner. And most importantly, you get a map where you see the districts and the different green stations and all available bikes, cars, e-rollers. And the overall aim will be to create a clear structure so that we can avoid having discharged e-rollers leading on random walls in the city, but create nodes where people can go to rent, bring back, and charge their vehicles. To develop the idea further, we would like to collaborate with hotels, restaurants, private people, and to create smaller green stations and to amplify the system. Thank you very much for the present.
Thank you. Vielen Dank. Team Nummer 7, Mobility at your fingertips, Elias Leubel.
So hello everybody, one moment.
Hello.
Okay, can you see the slides and hear me?
We hear you well, and now we also see your slides.
That's great. Okay, I can start. So hello everybody, my name is Elias Leubel. I'm studying at the MCI, and today I want to present you our idea mobility at your fingertips. Well, before I'm going ahead, I will tell you about the different sections of the presentation. Firstly, I'll tell you about the problem and the solution we have come up with. After that, I will go more in depth about the product and the business model. Of course, we're working as a team. We are 5 people, and together we have a lot of skills and experiences in economic design. We're very creative, and yeah, we hope that we can improve our idea during the challenge. So let's continue with the problems. The transport connections in and around Innsbruck are not efficient enough. There are too long waiting times, and also the people don't have a clear overview of the mobility. Also, there are not many alternative mobility solutions. And well, why is that a problem? As a matter of fact, there are 166,000 commuters in Tyrol, and 50,000 of them are counted in Innsbruck. So we have to work on a solution, and I think me and my team, we have come up with one. We want to build modern transport hubs and combine that with a smartphone application that helps you to find the right transport connection just in time. And yeah, we also want to modernize the park and ride facilities so that e-scooters, buses, and car sharing vehicles are available on the spot. And if you go to another slide, the app should have all necessary things integrated, and it has a lot of advantages. I will tell you about the details right now. You can search for all the transport connections available. Also, you can buy the necessary tickets for renting a bike, or if you want to go with a bus, you can buy the e-tickets too. And it's really great that you can use alternative mobility partners. So if you want to take a ride with an e-scooter, or if you want to rent a car, you can use Tier, Uber, or ÖBB Will and Drive to go on. And of course, money is needed for that. So we thought we don't want to charge our partners because it's a win-win situation, but we thought about creating a free and a premium version of the app. On the free version, we have one stream of revenues because of the advertising placements, and the people can use this app for the transport connections. And on the premium version, the people can use also the park and ride facilities and all the public transport connections, and they are charged monthly or per year. And with these two streams of revenue, I think we can finance our project. This is how we want to provide mobility at your fingertips. And this was the last slide. So thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And the next team, team nummer 8, Go Green, Olli Espik.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Well,
oh, your background is quite nice. Where are you
see my? I'm sitting at the Berg Eisel here. Like it's the view on Innsbruck.
Looks good.
Pretty amazing here. Can you see my slides?
Yes. Your
Perfect.
2 minutes start now. Enjoy.
Thank you. My team and I are going to accelerate Tyrole's mobility transformation towards sustainability with a smart but pretty sustainable mobility solution called the Go Green Ticket. The Go Green Ticket is actually a kind of a plug-and-play concept for sustainable mobility that helps, for instance, public transportation providers to implement a rather more sustainable mobility solution. It basically consists of 2 parts. First of all, it's about the availability. The Go Green Ticket equips the society with a connected intermodal mobility solution that basically stresses no matter where you are, you have different kinds of sustainable mobility means to use or access to it. And that means, so first, basically making all the known means of sustainable mobility solutions such as car sharing, bike sharing, e-scooters and buses available in Tyrol, and make your smartphone the one-stop shop for all that solution. So with your smartphone, you have access to all the means of sustainable transportation. One ticket, one smartphone, all means of sustainable traveling. The second part is then kind of implementing a pricing model or pricing logic that favors the increasing use of the Go Green Ticket. Basically, the logic, the greener you go, the less you harm and the less you pay. We're drawing thereby on a kind of pay per miles model that allows the traveler not just to pay only for the miles he covered or she covered, but also to save money, because with the increasing use, we are actually planning to reward him. For example, with some kind of sustainable bonuses like sustainable miles, or with a dropping miles price when, for example, exceeding a certain distance. What are the big advantages of the Go Green Ticket? First of all, we create a triple win situation for the society, because they get equipped with a rather attractive but affordable mobility solution that is sustainable. For the planet, because we are kind of decreasing the carbon emissions, and for the businesses, because with our pricing model, our pricing model shall actually still allow to make profits. Second, thanks to the Go Green Ticket, the hassles and like the perceived endless processes for subscribing at some kind of new mobility provider to get access to car sharing or bike sharing belongs to the past, because the Go Green Ticket is one ticket that gives you access to all kinds of sustainable mobility solutions. And finally, with the Go Green Ticket, you're not just minimizing your footprint on the planet, you're also kind of saving money, because the more you use it, the cheaper it gets. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. If we could unshare your screen. Yeah, perfectly. Okay. Thank you very much for all the presentations. Just to be sure, did I forget somebody? Did I forget a team? Please let us know now. Otherwise, we go to the organizational part. Okay. I'm glad I didn't forget any team. before we have a look, before I share my screen again and go to the organizational part, I would say, yeah, let's switch to English for the organizational part. And I would also say that all of you deserve an applause for now, because you have done very, very well. Thank you very much for sharing your presentations. And as an applause, quite difficult if all the microphones are muted, we are doing the digital applause. So we could do it in the chat, but we do something else. We'll lift up our hands. So please show your hands and shake them. So applause to all of you. Great job. Thank you very much. We do this again on Friday, so keep that in mind. Good. Well done. We go and have a look at the next steps. What is next? Some organizational issues. 3 days or 48 hours. We are currently at day 1, and this day 1 is all about ideation. We will have a look afterwards, which you're doing after this first presentation round. Tomorrow it's all about prototyping, and on day 3 it's validating. These are the topics of the days. Every day you're having a morning check-in with your lead mentors to show where you are and give you input for the day. Plus there are also mentoring sessions during the day. And at night there's an evening progress update. There will be one today and also another one tomorrow. How do we work together? We're having 3 collaboration tools. The first one you already used very well. Congrats to that. It's Zoom, because this is actually the tool we are using for communicating here in this video format for presenting and exchanging. This link where you're actually in, this is the main stage. Keep also the main stage in mind, because this is the place which is all the time open for questions or everything else. So this is the meeting point for the official parts like presentations, but also for it's kind of registration office if you have questions. Plus, there is a Slack channel. As far as I know, most of you are already on Slack. For those who are not on Slack yet, and also for the mentors, you will receive the Slack link now in the chat. So please also go on Slack, because this is the medium, this tool where we communicate. Then we have another one. It's the collaboration tool. It's print-based. I'll show you in a second of some screenshots how this looks like. This is the main tool which gives you an input of actually the tasks that need to be done during the 48 hours, and you can upload your progress there. As I mentioned, there's the main stage. This is actually the one where we are here at the moment. So this is also the open office. So if you have questions or something, go in there. And this will be also the main stage on Friday. Plus, there will be some other rooms. You see the link over there on the top, the tiny link with ID Innsbruck rooms. This is actually the place where you see all the rooms that exist during these InnoDays. To see the rooms, you need a password. It's written on here on the screen as well. Then you see the same slide, which you see here. And this is the overview of the rooms which we are having. What I've said before, this is the main stage. This is where we are now. And then we are having 5 more rooms. And you see over there, they are categorized in the different challenges. 2 of the challenges are divided. So you see also there, you know your team number, and there you see which team number is in which room. So at the moment there's written what's happening, wait until session starts. If you go on the link, the tiny link with the rooms, you see the link to the next rooms for the challenges, and you can go there. All the information is also mentioned on the webpage, InnoDays Innsbruck. except the best word, so keep it in mind, but you'll also find it on Slack if you have questions. Each room, which covers certain topics, also has a lead mentor. Each lead mentor is responsible for the teams that are mentioned here on the screen, and they will guide you through the process for the next 48 hours and support you. And with them, you will also have the update meetings. So keep their faces in mind. And I would also like to introduce them now very shortly. And please, lead mentors, just say very briefly hello so that the people get familiar with your faces. And I would say we start with Tura. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, can you say hello? Yeah.
Yeah, hi, I'm Tura. I'm from Munich. Leading a small innovation agency. We're a consulting agency, and yeah, I think it's my 4th or 5th InnoDays right now, first time remote. So I'm very happy to join you, and whenever you have any questions, just reach out to me via Slack anytime or via Zoom. So yeah, happy to participate and looking forward to the results.
Thank you very much. And Julia is responsible for mobility and economy. And we go to the next lead mentor, Michael Bowl.
Yes, hi, my name is Mike. I am in Vienna via Los Angeles, and I am also a veteran of the InnoDays, so be leading the mobility and tourism and looking very much forward to leading the groups up till Friday. So thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you very much for your support. Next lead mentor, Olga. Not forget you have to unmute your microphone.
Yeah, now it's working. Hi, I'm Olga Wiese. I'm from Startup Tirol, and I'm the startup consultant there. And I'm really looking forward to the next 3 days.
Thank you very much. And as you see, Olga Wiese is also responsible for mobility and tourism. And next lead mentor, Matthias.
Hi, everyone. I'm Matthias. I'm also with Tirol, and I'm a rookie. I'm first time at the InnoDays. Looking forward to meeting you all.
Great that you're here. Thank you. And the next lead mentor, Magdalena.
Hi, here's Magdalena. And Peter from MCI.
Oh, hi, nice to see you. Great, and you're the lead mentor for mobility and living space.
Correct.
Oh, perfect. Thank you very much. And and Peter will be also a mentor the next days. Am I right? So you will meet him as well.
Happy to do that. Happy to join.
Thank you very much for being here. Good, and then you see also on the top of this, on the bottom of the screen, the next Zoom calls. There will be a progress update today at 8, and the morning check-in tomorrow at 9. We've seen one of our many mentors now, which will join us the next day. We see a few of them here. They're also mentioned on the website, so you can have a look at them. And they will join you for around 15 to 30 minutes to guide you and support you as well the next days. Okay, then I show you very quickly Sprint-based. This is the tool where we are also working together. As I mentioned before, we are having these 3 steps. We're having ideation, prototype, and validation. And today is all about ideation. And when you enter a Sprint-based, you should have received an email to enter Sprint-based. In case you didn't receive it, please let us know in the chat or on Slack, and then we'll be happy with that. And today's process is all about ideation. And when you enter the tool, you also see these 3 steps, which we will go through the next days. You will also see the team which you're in, and probably you're curious why there are several team leaders. This has a reason. You will find your lead mentor also inside. He or she is also equipped as team leader. Then the team leader that presented the idea. Plus, you also have 2 more team leaders, because these are our great organizers, Thomas and Marta. So maybe, I think you've seen Thomas in the beginning. Marta, maybe you also want to say hello for a moment? Oh, is you just...
Hello.
Hello.
Hi everyone. I think I met most of you at the technology testing, and for those I've not met yet, I'm looking forward to the next days. And if you have any question on Spring-Based, you can let me know. Okay. Thank
She's
you.
an expert at that. Thank you very much, Marta. Good, and then you find the rest of your team. And then you also find a timeline, which is actually the 3 steps we mentioned several times before. And you will find the guidance. So every day or at every stage, you find templates which you can download and fill out, and you can upload them again. At the workspace, so at the guidance, you find the description, and at the workspace, this is the workspace, you can upload it then. Important to note here is that here on the right side, on the top, you see advanced next step. This is actually something that only the lead mentors can do. What can they do? They can go to the next step in case you're faster, because the steps normally go until midnight each day. And if you're faster, you can also go earlier to the next step, or you can also go back if you need to change something, or if you want to adapt. Good. Some more information from my side, and then I let you work. Now, there are the first 2 tools from Spring-Based, the persona and developer position. As you've seen before, there is you can download the document and work on it. And then there are also some more expert sessions planned for the day from 7 to 8. You see them over here. The expert sessions are here on the main stage where we are at the moment. You can join, it gives you some input which can help you with working on your idea. We suggest that only 1 team member of your team joins this expert sessions and shares the insights then, because you're having the next update meeting today at 8. So it would, and it is great when you get further with your persona and developer position. So just 1 person of your team can join the input sessions, and the others can further work on the ideas and the projects. And then finally, we are quite sure that you want to do a lot of pictures and screenshots and all those things, and share it with your friends and family. If you do that, we are happy when you use the hashtag IDEBK, because then we can also find it and share it. Plus, we are also doing screenshots and pictures and videos, and in the end, we will share them with you, then you also get some insights. So always keep smiling. Good. Then I show you again the rooms, because the next step then is to enter the rooms. Before I do that, I asked Thomas if I forgot something important that I should mention, because now there's the opportunity.
I think you mentioned everything. It's just with the rooms, we also encourage teams to self-organize. So for all of you who want to represent your team in the expert input, Lisa, if you can go back 1 slide, just to remind you about this opportunity. We have 2 speakers. Aguilos is with Theo Vienna. He will break down some mobility trends from the US and the Bay Area and global that Georg Füllinger from Open Austria and Advantage Austria will present. That's the first half hour from 7 to 7:30. And then we have Philippe from Urban Radar. He will share insight about how to share mobility growth by facilitating better public and private partnerships. So it's also an invitation for our mentors and partners and anybody who's interested to stick around for that, or come back to the main stage at 7 till 8. And then you will meet the lead mentors in your room at 8. And I think that's it. Great job on the pitches. Thanks for all the lead mentors also being here. The other thing that I mentioned, since some of you already used the chat, If the mentors have direct feedback for the teams right away that they should not miss as they get started, please use Slack to communicate with them directly. And then if you want to jump on a call with them, we can use that channel to match you. And we will also be in the open office to help you match teams with mentors and for any questions as well.
Thank you very much. And thank you to all of you for presenting, for being part of this InnoDays. It wouldn't be that great without you. And I wish you all the best for the next 48 hours. Enjoy the time, have fun, get to know other people and gain some new insights. So all the best for the next 48 hours. Thank you very much. And goodbye.
Thanks, Lisa. If there's any other questions, you can use this room. Otherwise, we'll see you in this room at 7. And then you'll meet the lead mentors for the update at 8. Yeah, looking forward to exciting 48 hours. Thanks for great idea pitches during the opening.